morning, everybody, and thank you so much for being here on a Sunday morning. I'm very grateful to Mr. Ji and all the senior members of the Puducherry Congress Committee. My name is Avni Bansal. I'm a spokesperson for the Congress Party, and I'm here amidst you today to address on an issue that all of you have been listening. I will place some facts and some perspectives, but most importantly, I'll also place the demands of the Congress Party on the matter of Ram Mandir loot that has happened. It's a loot, it's a dacoity, and it is a sheer game of politics. Now, before I begin, I just want to say that the word for the day is, my dear friends, accountability. The question is that BJP and RSS, who have played politics on the name of Lord Rama for the last 4 decades, where are they? Why is there no accountability on the issue of the Ram Mandir theft of offerings? If you look at Rama himself, let me be very clear that Rama does not belong to BJP alone. Rama is the moral conscience of the majority of practicing Hindus in India. Who is Rama? If you look at Lord Rama's life, he was a leader who took accountability at every step. When his father sent him for exile for 14 years, he took accountability. When the question was whether there are people who are questioning his wife for the Rama Rajya, one can have their views, agree or disagree, but he took up responsibility and showed accountability. A true leader is accountable. And what does accountability mean? Accountability simply means that if you are a true leader, you have to be answerable to the people. My question today is, do we think that this government, the BJP government, under the leadership of Mr. Modi and Mr. Yogi, have any sense of accountability left in them? Now, the BJP wants us to believe this is one theft. Why is Congress politicizing the issue? The second thing BJP people are telling us is that Congress does not believe in Lord Rama. Rama is ours. Why is Congress now talking about this issue? Let me answer both of these questions. First of all, what Congress has always believed in is the constitution and the secular politics. We believe that in India, everybody has a right to practice their own religion, and that religion is an individual affair. The great legacy of the Congress leader in India have shown that religion in India is an individual affair. It's an individual matter. It is not to be used for politics and power and kursi. But BJP and RSS for the last 4 decades have taken out Rath Yatras in every gully mohalla of India. The BJP and the RSS have not taken out any Rath Yatra for removing the unemployment in this country. The BJP and the RSS have not taken out any Rath Yatra to improve the education in this country. But they've gone door to door saying, give us the donation. We want to have a big Lord Rama temple. Now, Lord Rama temple was inaugurated by Mr. Modi. The trust has about 2.77 acres, which was given to it by way of a Supreme Court judgment in 2019. And then there were several acres of land that were acquired for this mandir. As per government reports, during this entire Ram Mandir theft, we are not talking about some lakhs or some currency notes. We are talking about a theft of 113 crores. Now please understand the chronology. First, for 4 decades, RSS BJP goes to every gully mohalla, says give us 1 rupee, give us 5 rupees, give us 10 rupees. matter goes to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court says Ram Mandir land should be given. Then the temple and the trust is announced on the floor of the Lok Sabha by the Prime Minister. On the same day, Amit Shah, the Home Minister, does a press conference and says what will be the governance structure of this trust. This trust is called Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Kshetra Trust. Now, you will be surprised to know that this is not a public trust. It is a private trust. Why does this matter legally? Because crores of money, RSS BJP doing decades of politics, and still you and I cannot file an RTI to understand what is happening with the offerings money that is coming to the trust. If it is a private trust which is for religious people, why is government appointing the majority of the 15 people in the trust? Why should the Prime Minister be announcing the trust in Lok Sabha? And why should the Home Minister be telling us what is the governance structure of this trust? Is it a public trust? So the point I am making is we need to understand, and the people of India understand the politics that BJP is doing in the name of Lord Rama and the Ayodhya temple. Now the question is that an SIT has been established. An SIT is doing its survey. SIT has found that in the Ayodhya temple, money was taken not once or twice. There were at least 70 instances where money was misappropriated. BJP wants us to believe that all the government nominees on the trust and they had no information. Will all of us believe that? The second question, Mr. Modi comes and does Man Ki Baat on all issues, on Lord Rama's temple, on the erosion of our faith, on the looting of the offering money, which is a sacred money. He has nothing to say. Now, the second important aspect is we have to understand the modus operandi of the BJP. And sir, with respect, there are some fundamental principles how BJP goes about every time there is a major wrong done in India. What is the modus operandi? Number one, always fry the small fish. Champat Rai, the General Secretary, has the audacity to do a press conference and say, all is well. And then the SIT gives evidence and he resigns. Why is there no FIR against Mr. Champat Rai? Why is there no FIR against Mr. Anil Rai, who is the trustee? Why is there no FIR against the president of the trust? What has happened is that the UP government has directed for an FIR against low-lying officers, people who were doing the cash count. So should the liability and accountability be fixed at the top level, or do you always send the small fishes to fry? So BJP, every time something goes wrong, unlike Lord Rama, will not take accountability at the top. They will throw the small people who didn't even know about this. It was just their job to count the cash and say criminal action against them. The second question is, why is it we are demanding that there should be a judicial inquiry and probe into this matter, and that it should be overseen by the Supreme Court of India and judges of the Supreme Court of India. It's a big matter. You've come into power saying Lord Ram, Lord Ram. Now hundreds of crores of money is taken away and you are happy with a small level SIT. Who is the SIT SIT reporting to? The SIT is reporting to the government of UP and to the trust. So look at the circle. The trust has government nominees. The trust members, no action taken. The trust appoints an SIT and then SIT reports to the trust. It's a vicious loop. Today, the Congress is putting forth 5 demands in front of you. And we want your help to take it to the people of India. What are these 5 demands? Our first demand is that silence is not an answer. Mr. Modi and Mr. Yogi will have to fix accountability on this issue. And accountability not of some low-lying officers, accountability of people who were actually responsible and who were overseeing the theft of the Ram Ayodhya Mandir office. Our second demand is that there has to be an immediate FIR on Mr. Champat Rai, the General Secretary, then General Secretary, Mr. Anil Mishra, the Treasurer of the Trust, Mr. Govind Dev, who was also the Treasurer. Mr. Anil Mishra was a trustee, my apologies. Mr. Govind Dev, who was a Treasurer. And now, they have brought in one Mr. Krishna Mohan as the new General Secretary instead of Mr. Champat Rai. Who is Mr. Krishna Mohan? Mr. Krishna Mohan is RSS, Eastern Uttar Pradesh in charge. If RSS, VHP and BJP knew what is happening, you remove one man, you don't take any action, you say abhi matter garam hai, abhi thoda ghar pe baitho, and you bring another RSS guy. So our second demand is we want an FIR against all of these senior people who were responsible for the theft. Sending small employed people in the temple to the gallows will not help, boss. You will have to fix accountability at the right level. And so, Mr. Champat Rai, Mr. Anil Mishra, there should be an FIR against them. Our third demand is that there has to be a judicial inquiry overseen by the Supreme Court. An SIT reporting to the trust will not do. You have to have a Supreme Court probe into the matter if the entire truth of this matter has to come up. Our fourth demand is that there has to be a forensic audit of all the offerings, the entire account. What did they do in the electoral scam? Anybody can donate money, but nobody can ask who donated money. Supreme Court said unconstitutional. What are they doing with our pure raw emotions for Lord Rama? They say give the money, private trust, our trustees, no accountability. If there is nothing wrong, and if Modi and Yogi believes that nothing wrong is happening, this was small incident, 1-2 people, please do a forensic audit of the entire account and put it in public domain. And my final demand on behalf of the Congress Party is that this trust, Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Kshetra Trust, has to be dissolved immediately. And the real bhaks of people, along with a proper stakeholder consultation, there has to be a new committee and a public trust to take care of the accounts in the office. See, the Congress Party, we carry the legacy of Gandhi, who his entire life fought for secular politics. We know that the day that India was being partitioned, he was still somewhere trying to heal the wounds of partition. And the day Gandhi dies, he says, Hey Ram. A man whose final words were Hey Ram never used Ram for his politics. But the BJP wants to use the pure sacred emotions of crores of Hindus in India and use it for what? Not just for coming into power, but as this incident reflects, they are not just after politics and power in its raw form. What are they after? They're after money. So, with all these facts, our simple demand is Congress will not stay silent and will not take silence for an answer. Lord Rama is not BJP's trademark. He is the moral compass for all of us as Hindus and for a majority of practicing Hindus and Indians. And therefore, if Yogi and Modi truly believe that they care for the sentiments of majority of practicing Hindus, make a public trust, do an FIR against Champat Rai and Anil Mishra, and number third, speak up. Look at what BJP is doing with every passing day. Papers leak. Dharmendra Pradhan will not give the istifa. He will not resign. Some small level officer will be transferred. Some major rape happens, the local SP will not take liability. No action will happen. Some small level tabadla of the tehsildar. So, the people of India, we are simple people. We are down to earth people. We are pure people. We are emotional people. But BJP can fool some people sometime. BJP leaders need to know they will not be able to fool all the people all the time. My final point on this, we demand that Mr. Modi and Yogi speak up on the Ram Janmabhoomi issue. People who are trivializing the issue, one incident, Congress doing politics. We are asking for accountability and we will ask for accountability from this government on every issue at every level, and we will make sure that anybody who deals with or misuses rather the emotions of our people, we will not let that happen. Congress believes in secular politics. In fact, we believe that religion should not intermix with politics. We are all free to practice our religion. So using any god, any religion, dividing us in us versus them, this kind of cheap politics has to go. India is way more developed and progressive, and people are now seeing. So Lord Rama belongs to all of us. We don't need BJP certificate, but we don't want politics on this issue. We want accountability. Thank you very much. And now request our PCC President, also Member of Parliament, Mr. Venkateshwar Ji, to speak in English briefly on this issue, and then we'll take up any questions that our friends from the media may have.